Hey, everybody. It's time to have a cup of tea. It's a little late for a cup of tea, honestly. It's almost 8 o'clock. But I forgot to do it earlier. Well, I didn't really forget. I was busy. So here I am. And maybe we'll have some more people in line since it is nighttime. So I got my tea advent calendar. We're on day number 3. Let's see what we get. As always, a festive cup awaits. And let's see. Fireside apple. All right, nice. It is cold here today. For Florida anyway. I realize there are people up north that are like, yeah, that's not cold. But it was like, I think the high today was 53, but the low was 37. It's pretty cold for Florida. Just pour this right up. So how are you? There is a chat, so I'd love to hear from you. And just see where you are, what you're up to, and share this cup of tea with me. If you want to brew yourself a cup, the time is now. I'm usually only here about 15 minutes, so 15 minutes is plenty. I need to put my saucer on top of my tea before I forget about it. So have any of you ever had a tea advent calendar? I never have. This one was sent to me by Momenta, the company that makes it. It looks like this. And it is 24 festive teas to count down the holidays. They're really nice. They like me a lot. I use a fair amount of their products, and they make a lot of things out of coconut, but they have tea, and their organic tea is very nice. I've had nothing but a good experience with Momenta products. In fact, this morning I made oatmeal, which you'll see later in a 1-minute recipe inspiration, where I made a creamy oatmeal with cranberries, and I stir in a vanilla coconut condensed milk. So it's like sweetened condensed milk, but it's made with coconut milk, and so it's sweet. It's got a little bit of coconut flavor, and just like coconut milk does, and it's really nice. It's a good vegan substitute for sweetened condensed milk, and you can use it in things like pies or to make ice cream. There are a bunch of things you can do with it. Anyway, Momenta actually sent me that as well. It was getting close to date, and they sent me an email and said, "Hey, we got a case of this. It's close to date. Would you like it?" And I said yes, and thanked them very much because, I mean, it's food. I don't want to waste food, and I found a use for it. And let me tell you, it is really good in the oatmeal. The kids destroyed it. My wife was next door at her office, and I sent 2 bowls over to her for her and her masseuse that works there with her. So she's a doctor of Oriental medicine, and she does acupuncture. So she's got a clinic next door to where I homeschool the kids, and back that hall. That's where the kids are, and they're not there right now because they're at home getting ready for bed, I hope. I happen to come over here to drop off some compost. I have a composter over there. I'll show you that sometime. Probably not tonight. But there's a composter here, so we had a dinner of spaghetti squash, and it was stuffed spaghetti squash, and I stuffed it with spinach and tomatoes. I had some tomatoes that were fresh tomatoes that needed to be eaten, and so I diced them up and I mixed them with the spinach, and then I thinly sliced chicken Italian sausage, which is made by another sponsor. Well, I'm gonna call them friends because it's like I have companies that follow me and they like what I do. They repost my work, um, and sometimes they send me little care packages. But it's not like I work for them. I have complete creative control, which is super nice. And uh, I do this because I love it. Also, I'm not necessarily in this for the money. Although, I mean, someone wants to pay me to do this, I will be happy to do that. But and some of my gigs are paid, and some of them are not. Some of them are just like they send me a product and I use it, and if I like it, I'll present it. If I don't like it, you'll never see it. So you won't know if I don't like it. Um, I've never posted a bad review on an item that somebody sent me because I feel like that's not fair, right? They're not sending it to me for me to rip them apart if it's not any good. But I will be honest with them and I will reach back out to them. I'll say, hey, this was not so good. That's only happened a few times anyway. But I'll say, hey, it's not so good. I didn't really enjoy it. So I am choosing not to post what I made with it because I want to be honest with the people that watch me and listen to me and look to me for inspirations. I don't want to present something that is not good and then influence you to try it and then you have experience because that reflects back on me just as much as it does the product because well you expect honesty and I want to be honest and give you honest feedback on products. So just know that when you watch me, I'm honest to a fault, as my wife sometimes says. You can probably guess why she might say that. Sometimes I am too honest, and somebody doesn't necessarily want to hear the truth. Might hurt their feelings if it's not a positive thing. So I try not to do that in everyday life and also with products. Because, well, I mean, do you really need to know about the bad products? Probably not. Do you want to listen to me complain about it? Also, probably not. So I present the ones that are good and I skip the ones that aren't. So speaking of products to try, we're going to try Fireside Apple. I haven't had a bad cup of tea with Memento yet. We're about to give it another go. Let's see. Still very hot. It is not as spicy as I expected it to be. It's very subtle apple flavor, but it's nice. It's a nice tea. I think it's mostly black tea. It feels like it is anyway. I don't think there's a ingredient list on every bag. Let's see. Oh, there is. Black tea, cinnamon, apple flavor, and cinnamon flavor. Okay, packed in Sri Lanka and made by Memento out of Paramount, California. So there you go. I was right. Black tea. Hi. Thanks for joining me and glad you were here. I'm just having my cup of tea. It is Fireside Apple from Memento out of my tea advent calendar. I actually would like to see what the forecast is because my son was saying as I was leaving the house that the high and the low are exactly the same, which sounds a little sus. But that's what Google was saying to him. So let's see what the actual forecast is tomorrow. Very close. The high is 49 and the low is 47. And it is going to rain, like a 98% chance of rain. So I better get the stuff out of the back of my truck that can't get wet tonight. Glad I checked that. But yeah, 49 is the high, 47 is the low. That is cold in Florida. You see, I'm wearing sleeves and everything. Some people are out there in flip-flops and some people are throwing on like parkas. I'm I'm not that guy. I actually like cold weather. So, what do you think about cold weather? Are you a fan? To play hockey, you need cold weather, right? Well, sort of. I played roller hockey when I was younger, and we used to play, and we play at night. And boy, sometimes it was cold, and there was no locker room, so we're changing outside. You'd be coming off there just steaming, because you're working up a sweat out there, and then have to change clothes in the parking lot. And oh, baby, there were some cold nights. We would often have cold beverages waiting for us as well, though, like beer. And those were the days. We had a lot of fun. I tried my first homebrew there at hockey. A guy named Chuck gave it to me, and that was the day I learned that I liked dark beer, and I've drank dark beer ever since. I've seen a correlation between the people that like dark beer tend to also like dark chocolate, and what's the other thing? There's something else. Dark beer, dark chocolate, and black coffee, or black tea. And this is me, black tea. So yeah. So is that you? Or are you you like white chocolate or milk chocolate and a lager or a sweet wine? Oh, red wine. That's the other one. Yeah. Dark beer, red wine, dark chocolate, and black coffee or tea. Yep. Same thing with the milk chocolate people. So, what kind are you? Somebody's going to say they don't like chocolate, and they don't like beer, and they don't like wine. So, I guess those people drink a lot of water and probably eat grilled cheese sandwiches and chicken nuggets a lot. That is not me. I have quite the variety in my offering to my family. But I cook almost every night. So, you have to look for new things to make once in a while. And I admit every once in a while it'll be grilled cheese. Every once in a while it'll be like a chicken nugget or tenders or something like that. But almost everything I make from scratch. Almost. Like tonight in my spaghetti squash. So I want to thank you for joining me. Thanks for watching. And if you're watching this as a replay, I'm going to be here every day. It might be in the evening sometimes, and it might be in the morning sometimes. Just depends on the schedule. This weekend, I am camping with Cub Scouts, so I'm not sure how I'm going to fit that in, but there is hot water there. So maybe we'll just do a really short episode, and I'll have my Cub Scout, Finn, with me, one of my Cub Scouts. And maybe we'll go live and you can meet Finn. She'd probably like that. So maybe we'll go live from the dining hall where the hot water is. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me and for watching. And if you've watched this far, thanks for the view. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.